Why, hello everyone, and welcome to the Truly Odd podcast where we bring you the latest in game news and movie news. I am your host, Joe Garcia. So grab your controllers, get your popcorn, and let's dive right on in. Empyreal has released a new game overview trailer. Now, this game is coming out on May 8th, but they recently, I don't know if it was the announcement, but they recently showcased this game on a showcase for the Funny Mix Showcase or Mix Funny Showcase. I forget what it was called, but they recently announced it, and now we're getting a better look at what this game is going to look like. They do a very good breakdown of what type of game this is going to be. It looks like a single player RPG, and it looks like a lot of fun. I didn't think very much of this game when I saw it in the showcase, but after watching this gameplay overview, it looks like a lot of fun and it looks very interesting. And it might be a game I'm interested in checking out. And that's kind of why I'm highlighting it today. It has this, I don't know, it has this look to it and this feel to it that's very futuristic and nice and smooth. It's third person. And I just really enjoyed what they had to show for this game, and I got actually excited for this game. So it might be a game that I'm going to be checking out in the future, and I just want to let you guys know. And the YouTube video will be in the description down below. So please take some time to take a look at it and let me know what you guys think of the gameplay overview. Next, we have AtomFall's first 17 minutes of gameplay was shown. Now, this game is set to be released on March 22nd, which is coming up really soon. So if you're looking forward to that, I highly recommend you take a look at this gameplay footage. Now, for me, this seems more like a Fallout-esque type game. Now, I have enjoyed Fallout, not knocking anything on this AtomFall game, but most of those games don't really appeal to me for some reason or another. So this game doesn't look like it's my cup of tea necessarily, but I can see a lot of people enjoying it and having fun with this type of game, and the graphics look really good. And I don't know if that's because that they shot this or they filmed this on a certain type of PC. I think it used a. Hold on, let me pull up the video. Yeah, it used up a RTX 5090 on max settings. It was filmed at 4K, 60 FPS, so it looked visually gorgeous. So it's really nice. I highly recommend you take a look at it, especially if your computer has better quality for YouTube settings, so you can take a look instead of watching it on your phone, so you can actually see what the gameplay is looking like. But yeah, it looks like an interesting game. Not necessarily for me, but I'm gonna keep my eye on it. Wait for some more reviews, some more gameplay to come out, and if it intrigues me enough, like Fallout did, I will be sure to take a look at it. But what do you guys think? Are you excited for AtomFall? Are you gonna be taking a look at it? But I highly recommend you check out the gameplay anyways. Let me know what you guys think of the footage. Moving on to topic number 3. Looks like Cyberpunk 2077 is coming to an arcade near you. So if you haven't heard, CD Projekt Red kind of moved on from Cyberpunk 2077 to work on The Witcher 4, and of course, now that they've announced that they're going to do a sequel for Cyberpunk 2077, it looks like some arcade staff from, I think it's Turf Ward's Arcade. Or no, that's the name of the game. It's going to be Cyberpunk 2077 Turf Ward Arcade is going to be coming to probably, I'm not sure necessarily if it's going to be coming to Dave and Buster's or a Chuck E. Cheese or anything like that. But there's a description in the link down below giving you a quick little video or a quick little teaser to what this arcade game is going to be. It looks like it's going to be like an airsoft-esque type of game where you get to shoot at targets on the screen, and it looks like a lot of fun. And I think this is really good because not only us gamers play console games, but I know a lot of us do like to go to arcade and Dave and Buster, stuff like that. That's where me and my girlfriend had our first date. So I think it'd be really cool to experience this, and I thought it was really awesome that they're still developing arcade games like this, and I think they need to do more stuff like this. Take popular franchises and bring them to arcades and implement them in a way that's entertaining and fun for the consumer and for fans of the game, and maybe possibly even introduce new fans. If people go to arcades and they see games like this and they really have a good time, they might consider going home and checking out the actual game, on console. So I think it's really good overall. I would like to see this also in movie theaters. When I was younger, movie theaters used to have arcades in them to hold you over while you waited for your movie to start. And while some theaters I see do have that, a lot of them don't anymore. So it would be really nice for a game like this to be implemented, an arcade game like this to be showcased in situations like a movie theater, Dave and Buster's, and stuff like that. But what do you guys think? Are you even interested in arcade games anymore, like I am? And are you excited to see this Cyberpunk game? I really highly recommend you guys look at the article, watch the YouTube video within the article. It does look like a lot of fun. And it comes with multiple game modes. It comes with a co-op mode, a versus mode, and a sniper mode. Me personally, I'll probably be taking out the sniper mode if I get the opportunity to play this game. And I'll be keeping an eye out for when it's going to be released. But yeah, I just found this very interesting and very entertaining. But let me know what you guys think of a Cyberpunk 2077 arcade game. Moving on to our next topic. FBC Firebreak devs say that they're currently not looking to develop for the Nintendo Switch 2. Not saying that they won't in the future, but that is not currently their goal. And the reason why I'm bringing this up, besides the FPC is a shooter game that's going to be coming to PS5, Xbox Series X, and PC and stuff like that. But the reason I wanted to bring this up is because I think recently they announced they're trying to get developed for the lowest common denominator PCs, so they can get certified on Steam or something like that, or probably for the Steam Deck. And because of that, they might be interested in making it for the Switch 2, but the Switch 2 doesn't have their specs yet, so it's hard to say whether their development for this will be easily imported onto the Switch 2. And the reason I wanted to bring this up is because usually when a studio or a company is making a new console, what they do is sometimes they release dev kits to companies and to third-party developers so they can take a look at what it takes to develop for the console or for the product. And I just find it very interesting that this company has not received a dev kit. Maybe they haven't asked for one, who knows. But I just found that very interesting. And I think that's because this console is supposed to be releasing later on this year. So it makes no sense to me why dev kits wouldn't be available as of yet. I know PlayStation has dev kits. I know Xbox have dev kits. So it makes no sense for Nintendo Switch not to have them. Or maybe they're not widely available. It's really, really interesting way that they're going about this Nintendo Switch 2. Doesn't seem they're going to be releasing with a lot of third-party games. It's probably going to be mostly first-party exclusive games, which makes a lot of sense because that's their most popular games. But I think it's important for them to have third-party developers take a look at their dev kits and take a look at what it takes to develop for this this new console, because it just opens up the field for other developers to import their games, and they get more market share with people purchasing games. But yeah, I just found that very interesting. But let me know what you guys think. Are you interested in checking out this FBC Firebreak game? Are you wondering if it's going to be coming to Nintendo Switch 2? Are you even interested in a third-party game on a Nintendo Switch 2, or are you only interested in exclusives for the Nintendo? Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Moving on to our last topic for games. It looks like ESA has announced an accessibilities game initiative with a lot of different companies. If you don't know what ESA is, it's the Entertainment Software Association, which has a lot of different companies within the industry who were just attending this past week game developer conference in San Francisco, I think. And those companies include EA Games, Google, Microsoft, Nintendo, Sony, Ubisoft, I think Amazon, Riot, Square Enix, WB Games, and I'm sure there's a lot of other companies involved as well. And what they're doing is they're making, I guess, the accessibility for people in the United States with disabilities and worldwide, the accessibility settings more universal between games, I'm assuming. And that involves clear text, large clear subtitles, narrative menus, stick innovations, save times, difficulties, buttons and stuff like that, and a lot of other different settings and tags for sounds and things like that. And I think this is wonderful that they're going to be doing this. It's really nice for gamers who have disabilities to be able to go within a game. Whether it's something small like color, color blindness, or whether it's something big like handicapped, like missing limbs or anything like that. That you can just go and your tag and your information that you need to reach out of the 24 tags, and it's universal between a lot of the different games and the development that they're going to be doing for that. Now, I don't know when this is going to be integrated or anything. I think it was just discussed or just announced, so who knows how long it's going to take to implement, but I think this is very beneficial for people within the game industry, and I'm hoping they continue to companies like this continue to work together to help people with accessibility issues and stuff like that. But I just found this very interesting and really nice that they did this. And yeah, let me know what you guys think. Do you have accessibility issues? Are you excited for something like tags and things like that? Me personally, I think I'll find a way to incorporate this into my gameplay for myself, because sometimes I just like having subtitles on because I don't really, you know, have the best hearing. But let me know what you guys think. Are you interested in this stuff? But yeah. Moving on to our movie news. So I had a chance yesterday to go see Snow White with my girlfriend. She wanted to see it. I personally didn't. I wanted to see Magazine Dreams, but I'm probably going to be checking that out with my brother tonight. So probably give you guys a review of that on Monday. But back to Snow White. Yeah, this movie is not good. It's not good at all. Now, there are certain parts that are entertaining. I think Rachel Zegler is a fantastic singer. Gal Gadot is decent as the queen. I see what she was trying to do, but she's not the best actress. The prince character was, más o menos, which is right in the middle. Like, no one really cared. But I think my favorite part of the movie was actually the dwarves, which is funny because if you pay attention when you watch this film, they seem like an afterthought almost. Which is weird because the original movie Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, they're like the secondary main characters. And in this, they're not even main characters. They're just a super afterthought throughout the film. And you can see that when you watch the film because, not as a major spoiler, but towards the end of the movie, they kind of look like they're going to raid the castle and do some stuff, maybe fight some guards. And then it cuts to Snow White. You kind of see this in the trailer, her approaching the castle with the village behind her. And that's it. Really, the dwarves didn't do nothing. They had no reason to be there. Nothing would have changed if they weren't there at all. So they were just a waste of characters and stuff like that. And this movie's bad because my girlfriend, who is a fan of Disney live action remakes, who is a fan of Disney movies, who's a fan of Disney in general, and she really likes movies like, Beauty and the Beast, Cinderella, and stuff like that. And so you think she'd be privy to this movie, but I want to say about 40 minutes into this movie, my girlfriend leaned over to me and said, "Do you want to leave?" Because she was so damn bored. And I was tempted to say yes, but I'm the type of person usually when I'm watching a movie, I want to stick around to the end. And I don't want to just get up and leave. But man, what a shame that this movie turned out so bad. I think it had a lot of missed opportunities. I think the best part of the film was the hi-ho musical segment. And I don't know if that was nostalgia from being a kid, but that's what I think was the best part of the movie. Rachel Zegler did fine. She's a beautiful voice. She's a lovely singer. But, after everything that's gone on with the drama for this movie, I think her career is probably going to halt here for a while, which is really sad to see because she's very talented. And Gal Gadot, she was trying to, what's the term? She was trying to chew up the scenery. She was trying to, be a little extra, and it just came off as overacting a bit. It came off as bland. She has a musical scene in the movie, and I think they did the best with her singing, and she just cannot sing. I think she should have been dubbed over with the singing. It was just really bad, and while her costumes were great, beautiful actress, not good. I think she should stick to the quiet action movies like in Fast and the Furious and in Wonder Woman. I don't think she can hold up in movies anymore. She's not the best actress. She needs to put a little more work in. And I hate to say that, but that's just how it came off when watching the movie. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Have you seen Snow White? Are you interested? Do you think it was as bad as me and my girlfriend did? And are you not even going to see it? Let me know what you all think in the comments down below. Moving on to topic number 2. It looks like Meet the Parents 4 has landed its director in John Hamburg. So, if you didn't know, Meet the Parents is coming out with the fourth movie. It is written by John Hamburg as well. Of course, returning is Robert De Niro and Ben Stiller. And if you don't know who John Hamburg is, he is, let me pull up his IMDb so I can give you guys the proper information. He is the director of movies such as I Love You Man, uh, Along Came Polly, Why Him, and Me Time. Now he's done some other TV series and stuff like that, but I just wanted to focus on the movies that he has directed that are related comedy wise. Now for me, Along Came Polly is a great comedy movie. I love watching that movie. It's hilarious. I Love You Man is also a great comedy movie that I found hilarious. Why Him is, I think, an underrated comedy movie with Bryan Cranston and dang it, I forget the other actor's name. Hold on, let me pull it up so you guys can know this movie if you don't know what I'm talking about. James Franco, Zoe Deutsch, and so yeah, that movie I found very funny. Me and my friend Xavier laugh all the time. We always say evasive parkour and laugh at the guy smacking the chicken out of the air, which we don't know why it was hilarious. But he's also directed Me Time, which I believe was a Netflix movie and a not very good movie. I did not enjoy that one. I didn't find it very funny. That stars Matt Damon and Kevin Hart. Very run of the mills, just blah movie for me. I didn't really laugh much during that. But so he doesn't have the greatest track record, but I think his movies with Ben Stiller and some of the comedies that he has worked on show that he can really focus on a movie like this. And I believe he was also a producer on the original like Little Fockers and things like that. So I think this is really great, and I'm hoping that this movie turns out to be really good because I like the Meet the Parents movies, even though some of the comedy is a bit much, so we'll see what ends up happening with that. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Are you excited for a Meet the Parents 4, and are you looking forward to John Hamburg being the director? Moving on to topic number 3. Split Fiction may be getting a movie adaptation like It Takes Two. If you did not know, It Takes Two was, I believe, picked up by Amazon back in April of 2022, and they are currently working on an It Takes Two movie adaptation. Now, I don't know if this is going to be live action or if this is going to be animated or how they're going to do it. I'm sure if it's live action, it'll be a mix of both. If you played the game, you know why. Yeah, it looks like that right now Split Fiction is being shopped around. Probably going to be picked up by the same people that picked up It Takes Two with Amazon and another, I think, subsidiary or another third party that might be getting the rights to the film. But I think this is great because this game just came out earlier this month, has already sold $2 million in the first week, or 2 million copies in the first week, and who knows how well it's doing as of right now. Since it's dropped, I'm sure it's done great numbers, and what a fantastic story. So I'm excited to say that Split Fiction is probably going to be coming to the screen. Now, for me, this project I think would be better as a TV show, and the only reason I think that is because there's a lot of different moving parts, so it makes sense for Amazon to pick this up to make it a TV series. But who knows? It might end up being a film. We'll have to wait and see what they do with It Takes Two, and I'm sure that they might be considering this for a movie, but we'll see what ends up happening. There's so much to cover with this story that I don't think it can be covered within a 2-hour story. It definitely needs about maybe 8 or 9, 10 episodes of a series, but we'll see what they end up doing. But I'm very excited to see Split Fiction on either the big screen or on TV. And I think Amazon does great work. I love what they're doing with Reacher. I think the last episode's coming up this next week, so I'll be giving you guys a review on that once I see the final episode. But moving on to our next topic, it looks like there was leaked footage of the Batgirl film. Now, I've had a chance to find this footage and take a look at it, and it looks like Batgirl is getting her ass beat by somebody in a crappy, not hotel, but in a crappy like apartment or something like that. She's getting kicked around, thrown through walls. Of course, she's fighting back and kicking butt too. Someone's on the toilet taking a poop and grabbing toilet paper as she's fighting back this bad guy. And this looks like, while it's not fully edited like it would be for the film, and it's not fully, cut in a way where you can't see the stunts. Of course, you can see the stunt work in action here, but it looked very good. It looked like the great bones for a final fight scene to be cut when editing a film. So I think this looked entertaining, and who knows, after what we've heard with what's happening with Roadrunner via Acme, maybe we can get someone to pick up the Batgirl rights and actually release it. But that's doubtful, because I think Warner Brothers would have to pay a penalty for, collecting or writing it as write-off and then actually distributing it. So who knows what ends up happening with this. But if you're interested in seeing the footage, once something's out on the internet, it's out there forever. So I'm sure you guys could take a look and find it. But I just found this very interesting and very good. I think they, even though it was an expensive movie, and I'm sure it would have been a horrible movie for judging by what I've heard, I think this looked fun. It looked like a lot of fun, and I feel bad for the directors that they didn't get this movie to be released. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. If you've taken a look at the footage, did you enjoy it? Are you happy they didn't come out with this film? Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. And on to our last topic of the day. Jason Bourne movie rights is leaving Universal. So it looks like the rights for this Jason Bourne franchise are up at Universal, and now they are being shopped around to other studios, and there's probably going to be a bidding war for this movie. Now, I think it would be interesting to see, a studio like Amazon pick this up, or a studio like Paramount Plus pick this up, because they can probably do something fun, like a crossover between the Mission Impossible and Jason Bourne franchise. Or if it's at Amazon, you get a crossover between Jason Bourne and, who knows, Reacher, and maybe make it a TV series. Or who knows, maybe Universal might pick these rights back up and continue the franchise with Matt Damon, which personally I would like to see that. I would like to see Matt Damon return as Jason Bourne. He's still a fantastic actor. He's going to be in the Odyssey coming out, Christopher Nolan movie, I think next year or later this year. And so I think there'd be a great opportunity for him to return as this character. But if they do end up making it a TV show at Amazon or at Paramount Plus, I think that could be good too. I think there's a lot of potential with this franchise. Now, I'm sure a lot of people out there would be excited to see Amazon pick it up and team him up with James Bond, but I think James Bond's too big of a franchise to be teaming him up with like the likes of Jason Bourne or anyone to matter of fact. But this is exciting to see what will happen with the bidding war. I think there's certain studios circling it right now with Skydance, Apple, and Netflix, so we'll see who ends up picking up the rights to this franchise. And that's a wrap for today's episode of the Truly Odd Podcast. So thank you so much for joining me. If you enjoyed the show, don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you next time. And remember, until then, stay true, be odd.